Hello designers, welcome back to my channel. Thank you very much for tuning here. So if you're new here, please kindly click on the subscribe button to subscribe and also click on the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new tutorial. So in this tutorial I'm going to be making this beautiful cowl dress. So let's get right into it. So you're going to need your dartless pattern. I'm using this dartless pattern. The tutorial is already on this channel, so I'm going to link that in the description box and also pin it in the comment section. So check out that tutorial. Once you have this pattern, everything is just going to be as easy as ABC. Do you know? Easy as ABC. So the first thing you're going to do, I'll first work on the back pattern first. Do you understand? Then we're going to work on the front. So for the back, the only thing I want to do at the back is just to do my neck tightening. So at the neck point at the back, you're going to go in by 0.25 to tighten the neckline there. So that's what I'm doing right now. So after that, if you want, you can alter the neckline at the back, but I'll be using just the basic neckline at the back. Okay, since I'll have the cowl neckline at the front, so I want the neckline at the back to just remain the same width is. Okay, so I'm just going to use this like so can you see I'm just cutting off the excess paper on my pattern paper here. I'll just cut off the excess here, and this is my back pattern. Okay, this is all for the back pattern, like so you're going to cut two pieces. For the back there's going to be zipper at the back, so I'll cut two pieces. So it's only the front that we're just going to be working on now. So this is for the back. You're going to cut two pieces, so let's keep it aside. So for the front here, I'll cut off the excess pattern paper in order for me to be able to work with my pattern. So when I'm making cowl neckline, you just need to do a little bit of slash and spread, and it's just as easy as ABC. So the first thing is I'm going to create another neckline of 1 inch. So I'm just going to create a new neckline of 1 inch. Okay, just to make, I don't want the neckline to be deep, so that's why I'm creating another neckline of 1 inch, and I'm going to be tightening the neckline by ½ inch. Okay, when I did the back neck tightening, I did 0.25. So right here I'm doing 0.5 at the front, and I created another neckline of by 1 inch. So that's the neckline that we're doing here, just for the neckline not to be too deep for me. That's the reason why I did the neckline, another neckline of 1 inch, instead of doing the basic neckline of 3 by 3. No, I just do another neckline of 1 inch just to have the neckline not to be too deep. So the next thing you're going to do with your pattern to get your cowl neckline is to do the slash and spread technique on the chest line. So this is my chest line. I'm slashing through it open. You open it like this. So this is where you're going to determine how much drapes. The cowl at the neckline is like drapes. So you're going to open it to give you more drapes and also to as deep as you want your neckline to be. So I'll first tape down this side. Can you see? I'm taping down this side just to hold it down. Then I will use my tape measure to measure how deep I want it. So you can do between 6 to 7 inches if you don't want it to be too deep. I did 7 inches here. If you don't want your cowl neckline to be too deep, you can do just, let's say, 6 to 7 inches. But if you want it to be really deep, from 8, 9 to 10 inches will be okay if you want your cowl neckline to be really deep. And this is your cowl neckline like that. So I'm just taping down my pattern like so. Okay, so you tape it down like this. So this is what you have here. And I'll go ahead to rule from where you open it up. So just rule a straight line like this. Watch what I'm doing. Just rule a straight line like this. So I'll rule a straight line. Then from that straight line, you just connect it like that. So from the neckline, the new neckline you created there, just connect it straight to the front, or you can raise it up depending on how you just want your neckline to flow. So I'm cutting off the excess pattern paper here, and this is my pattern for the front. So for the front here, I'll cut it. So I'm trimming off the pattern very well. So I'll go ahead to just cut this on fold. This is the front. For the back, you cut two pieces, but for the front, you're going to cut it on fold like this. So this is my pattern for the front. So now I'll go ahead to cut this on my fabric. So I'll place this on my fabric and cut it out, which I'll be showing us now. So I'll cut this off now. So I've placed my pattern on the fabric. So when I was ruling the straight line, my hand was not really that straight, so it was not straight up there. So I make sure to place my pattern very well. So I'll be adding 1 inch to the side seam allowance and ½ inch round. And also the hem, I added just 1 inch at the hem. Can you see this? So this is what I have here. So this is the back. I'm cutting it out. So you add your zipper allowance to the center back and 1 inch, or depending on what you use for seam allowance at your side back too. So this is the front. We're going to cut out facing for the front. This dress there's no lining, so we're using facing. So this is the front. I remove my pattern and open it up like this. But before I cut my facing, I'll go ahead to notch where the shoulder stops. So you can do this before you remove your pattern. So if you cannot identify where your shoulder stops, when you do the neckline, where the shoulder stops, you need to notch, so you're able to know where you're going to join as your shoulder. So this is what I did here. I make sure to notch it. So the next thing I'll do is I'm just going to go ahead to trim from where your shoulder measurement stops. From where your shoulder stops, just do a little bit of, just trim it in a little bit so that it won't be too sharp there. So just trim it, so like I'm doing right here, from where your shoulder measurement stops. So this is what, so that you can have it curve in very well. So the next thing I'm doing now is to cut my facing. So I'll cut facing for the front and the back. Do just place your neckline, okay, just place it on your fabric and cut it out. So if you are working with or sleeveless dress, if you're making it a sleeveless dress, you can make sure your facing goes down below your chest line. So I'm sorry, I've forgotten I'm recording, so I blocked the camera here. I'm so sorry, I didn't know. So like I said, if you're making it sleeveless, make sure your facing is 1 to 2 inches below your chest line, so that you can use the facing to turn it around the armhole. But because I'll be adding sleeve to this dress, so that's why my facing is not that long. So if you want to make your sleeveless, make sure you make your facing to be longer, 1 inch, at least 1 or 2 inches below the chest line. So this is what I have here. So I'll be joining the facing now. So I'll be joining the facing to the front. So where you notched the other time is going to help you. So the first thing now, you're going to start sewing your facing from where you notched, where the shoulder measurement stops. That's where you're going to sew your facing round, and you stop on this other side like this where I notched. It's just going to make your sewing to be really easy. So I'll take this to the sewing machine and sew and bring it back. So I've sewed this already. So I'll go ahead to trim down the seam allowance here. So I'll just trim down the seam allowance. So for the back too, I just placed my back and cut out my facing, and I joined it the same way. I just don't want the tutorial to be too long. I know we get the drift already. So just join your facing to the back too the same way you're going to join the front too. So now we're going to be joining the back and front together. So can you see? So this is the front. Can you see the everything is the cowl neckline is just coming together now. So this is the back. I've joined the facing, like I've said, to the back already. So you're going to sandwich the front and the back together. So make sure the right side of the front is facing the right side of the back. Can you see? So this is how it's going to look like. So can you see? So you're going to make sure they're facing each other. Your facing is facing the facing of the front is facing the facing of the back like this. Can you see how I'm showing us? So make sure they are aligned, they align very well, that you bring them together like this. Okay, can you see? You bring it. So you're going to have 4 pieces because of the facing too. If there's no facing, it's just going to be the front and back. But because of the facing of the front and the back, so I'm showing us again. So this is my front here with the facing. So this is a back too. So make sure you have the right side of the back and the facing the right side of the front and the facing. Can you see? So this is the back. This is the back where I joined the facing here. So I'm showing us very well so that we know how to do the joining proper. So make sure the facing of the back is facing the facing of the front. I'm sure we get that drift what I'm explaining. Then you bring them together in order for you to be able to join them at the shoulder. So I've joined it already here. Can you see? So this is the shoulder here. I've joined them together, and I just stitch down the facing around the armhole at the front just to hold the facing around there. Okay, I just stitch it down here just to hold it down very well, and also on this other side. So the next thing I'll do is to join this. Since I've joined the back and the front together at the shoulder, the next thing is to join them together at the side. And after joining together at the side, then you hem it, you fix your zipper, and fix your sleeve too. So that's just basically what I will do now. So I'll go ahead to join this together at the side. Okay, I've joined it together at the side and also hemmed it. The only thing I've not joined there is the sleeve, which I'll go ahead to do. So I'm just showing us what I have here. See this beautiful cowl neckline, so beautiful. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial. If you find it helpful, please hit the like button. Please like this video and also comment if this is helpful. If you have a question, drop a question down below. So thank you very much. See you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe.